Hey guys, you're not going to believe what happens in episode 62. It's absolutely crazy. There are some really interesting things we will go over that you definitely don't want to miss. The first thing we see is two identical-looking cameramen surrounding another cameraman who looks like he is hurt. As you'll notice from the very beginning, these cameramen look different than the one they are reviving. They have this weird-looking contraption on each of their arms. Maybe this is some kind of reviving mechanic where they can heal other cameramen. We see the contraption getting jammed into a sus area of the other cameraman, leaving a question if this is healing they are taking part in at all. However, it does appear that the ones in the white shirt with a different camera lens on their head look like they are the medics. They are probably following the cameramen agents around with these nifty contraptions to help wounded soldiers. As you'll notice, the other suited cameraman is just kind of chilling in the background, drinking a nice drive-through soda. He doesn't seem the least bit worried about his fellow comrade, or the fact that he's in a battle zone, making me think that these healer cameramen are very powerful and can pretty easily heal their kind. We then see a TV cameraman coming from the building and throwing a Skibidi Toilet to his big cameraman friend. It looks like the cameramen just raided this town and now have full control of the city, judging by all the cameramen soldiers hanging around. They are probably going through and doing a sweep of all the buildings to find any Skibidi Toilets that could be in hiding. They play with the Skibidi Toilet by tossing it around like a basketball, humiliating and tormenting him. The speaker man gets a hold of the Skibidi and instantly pummels him into the ground, exploding him. The big cameraman looks slightly annoyed, making a motion like, "Why did you do that?" It seems like the cameraman wanted to torment and humiliate this Skibidi Toilet for a little longer. Maybe the speaker man felt bad for the Skibidi Toilet and wanted to put him out of his misery, or maybe he was just bored and wanted to blast the Skibidi into the ground for fun. It's hard to say. One thing we can say for sure is that at this point the battle does not seem civil at all. The cameraman and Skibidis have true hate for each other at this stage. I also noticed that mostly all the cameramen at the beginning of the video here seem far too relaxed. There are a few standing around looking like they are on guard for Skibidi Toilets and taking this seriously, but a lot of them look like they are just chilling. The man drinking his soda looks like he's ready for a day at the beach, and the other cameramen are standing around chatting, looking like they are hanging out in their friend's backyard cooking some burgers. None of the cameramen really look ready for any potential attack by the Skibidi Toilets, and they seem generally unfazed. This could be because the cameramen have been on a hot winning streak since episode 50 and may have become overconfident and complacent. As you will see, this will end up having dire consequences later on in the episode. All of a sudden, we see a huge explosion in the distance and a group of Skibidi Toilets round the corner coming to avenge their fallen Skibidi Toilet soldiers. It seems they are making an attempt at an invasion to retake the town the cameramen have been controlling. At first it doesn't seem too bad, but then out of nowhere, we see a huge black cloud of smoke form and a massive scientist Skibidi emerges. This is possibly the biggest version of the scientist Skibidi Toilet we have ever seen. The Skibidi are tired of being humiliated and tormented and have called in the big guns. It's safe to say the cameramen are in some serious trouble at this point. The Skibidi scientist looks extremely mad and is looking like he's ready to take down as many cameramen as he possibly can. The Skibidi scientist starts blasting explosive sound waves, forcing the cameraman to turn around and grab a pair of headphones just randomly laying there on the ground. The question I've been asking myself, however, is how did these headphones even get there? It seems overly convenient for the headphones to be just randomly sitting there at the exact moment this cameraman needed them. When the camera pans to the headphones, we see the other cameramen with no headphones getting destroyed, lying motionless on the ground. But if you look closely, you'll notice something very interesting. You see a man standing beside the headphones looking unfazed. The only character I can think of that wouldn't be affected by the brutal sound waves of the Skibidi scientist would be the secret agent himself. The question is, why would the secret agent be in the middle of the battle like this? In all the other episodes, the secret agent seemed to be off to the side, out of the battle, but this time he actually gets involved in the battle personally. Could this be because he knew that the Skibidis were coming with such a huge force and had no choice but to jump in and help? It does appear like he is on the Alliance's side because it seems all too convenient that the secret agent would be standing there at the exact moment that the headphones seem to magically appear. Unfortunately, we don't get to see any more of the secret agent before he leaves, and he never stays and fights in the battle but seems to leave as quickly as possible. This could be another clue that the secret agent has intel on the battle and may know what's going to happen. However, if this was the case, why would the secret agent risk being in the middle of the battle to only give headphones to one cameraman who ends up dying later in the episode? If the secret agent had special intel, then you would think he would have warned the cameramen before the massive invasion occurred while they were sitting around sipping their soda. And why would the secret agent only try to help this one cameraman? Did the secret agent potentially have a personal connection with him? After this, we see tons of Skibidi reinforcements come in. This looks like a well-executed planned attack at this point. The G-Man Skibidi Toilet flies in from the sky firing lasers, and before you know it, the cameramen are being hit with everything the Skibidi Toilets have. There is even an AC-130-looking Skibidi Toilet unleashing on them. This seems like a very important battle because the firepower the Skibidis are using is insane. I think the Skibidi Toilets are tired of getting beat by the Alliance and are coming at them with everything they can. We also see something very interesting. A big Skibidi man is out of the toilet walking with a cameraman before snapping him in half. This is the first time we have seen a Skibidi Toilet man have a body like a cameraman. Could it be that as the Skibidis grow in power, they are able to leave their toilet behind and walk around freely? Does this allow them to be more effective in battle? Based on the fact the cameraman was drinking a soda before the battle started, this Skibidi invasion seemed unexpected for the cameramen. I think it's safe to say it was a surprise attack that they weren't expecting. It could be that the Skibidi forces are growing, and Skibidi Toilets from all edges of the earth are coming together to fight this battle. I don't think we've ever seen such firepower as this attack from the Skibidi Toilets. I think that this could end up being a massive turning point in the fight, and marks a new chapter in the Skibidi Toilet series. My question is if the Alliance even stands a chance in future episodes. This is not only the most firepower the Skibidis have used, but it also seems like one of their most well-executed attacks. I'm sure they do stand a chance and will make a comeback just like the Skibidi Toilets did, but maybe it will be a lot of episodes before the cameramen will be able to recoup. It did seem like the cameramen went on a very long streak of winning, so it would make sense that it might switch in the other direction.